Buffering. Hi everyone, it's me, the Broke Stacker. Good to see you guys. I'm just coming on late this evening and apologizing for the auction that's on upcoming. I'm gonna have to move it back from tomorrow Sunday to the following Sunday. Um, Work came up and I have to go to work tomorrow, so I won't be available to do the live stream tomorrow. Kind of a oddity and a rarity for me to be able to work on a Sunday, but you know, it is what it is. Duty calls, am I right? What we still have on the table here, I'll show you some of these, but not all of these are online, are going to be the auction items. So not this Sunday coming up, not tomorrow, but the Sunday after that. Hey, Mitchy, what's going on? I'm finally in the right place at the right time. Good to see you, Mitchy. Good to welcome in there, bud. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we're just gonna hang out tonight. I want to do a follow-up video and re-refine the idea of the last video I saw. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. It was basically the whole concept. If you got paid in silver, would you accept that as payment as your settlement for your labor and your wages? So let's just say on those charts that I did on that video, you were getting paid in silver that entire time, and are your wages keeping up? Let's just say, yes, the dollar constantly is getting inflated away, so it looks like the dollar buying power is going down and silver is going up. But in reality, it is silver is actually staying flatline. So the metal's never changed. This is the same metal from, 10 million years ago. The metal has not changed. So what has changed is the fiat currency, the dollar buying power, if you will, and it will continue to change as time goes on. But what was a good example I've always heard? Let's just call it gold, an ounce of gold or a 20-ounce gold American Double Eagle. Back in, let's call it 1920. In 1920, and gold coin, you know what it bought you? It bought you a fitted suit, a nice pair of shoes, and a nice hat. Just call it a middle of the road. It's a nice suit, a fitted suit. So that gold coin, that $20 gold coin, because that's when the dollar is backed by actual metal and actually made in the metal. Um, Back then, that dollar or that $20 or the one gold coin, the double eagle, it bought you a fitted suit, a nice pair of shoes, and a nice hat. What's that same gold eagle buy you today? A nice fitted suit, a nice hat, and a nice pair of shoes. As you guys are coming in and I'm welcoming you in tonight. We're just gonna have a discussion, and just whatever comes up in chat. I mean, you guys are welcome to answer or ask. Please, by any means, asking about any of these items on the table. But these are going to be the auction items as they're coming up here soon. I don't know if my chat has frozen. Can somebody please put something in the chat? The only thing I see on here is Mitchy Stacker. He said, I'm finally in the right place at the right time. Hopefully, my chat is working here. I've never seen it not move that infrequently before. I'm hoping I don't have connectivity issues. Can somebody please give me a 5x5 if you can hear and see me just fine on the video audio quality? That'd be appreciated. John O, welcome in. Here, Mitch says, excellent, excellent. And Marsh in the house, what's going on? Good to see you. Yeah, so go back onto the discussion there. I had an example, one kind of right in front of me here actually, and I wanted to share that with you and get these out. So going back to that discussion in the last video that I posted, thank you, Mitchy, on the 5x5. What channel is this? This is the Broke Stacker channel, brother. Welcome in there, John O. We're going to talk about some money's changed over the years, how it was before, and are our wages keeping up? That's the flat line. So let's just say metal is the flat line, right? This stuff right here, silver, this is 90% silver coinage. But anyways, the metal hasn't changed. Everybody's saying, oh, the metal value is going up, up, up. No, it's just the purchasing power of your dollars going down, down, down. It's unfortunate side effect of inflation. It is what it is. I mean, there's pros and cons to the inflationary thing. Like if your money continuously deflated, your mortgage would get continuously more, and the other loans would continuously get more and more expensive. So, in an inflationary environment, at least you're kind of winning with a constantly devalued currency. So in that regard, inflation has its place. That's fine. But just remember, this isn't going up every day. This metal has not changed in millennia, even longer than that. The metal is the metal. And let's just say that's the flat line across time. That's the flat line, the value of these, right? So here's a good example. I don't know if anybody caught it in the description of my last video. I remember taking note of this when I went down to the Hoover Dam and did the tour. The Hoover Dam employees, and this is in what, 1933, they were paid 50 cents an hour. There was 3 8-hour shifts through the whole project, right? So the concrete was moving 24/7. So the 3 8-hour shifts, you got 8 hours, you were getting paid 50 cents an hour. 50 cents an hour. So you got paid $4 a day to work at the Hoover Dam. Check Stacker in the house. Welcome in, Check. So right here, this is what you would get paid as a Hoover Dam employee for a fair day's wage, right? That was a fair day's wage in the Depression era. So I can see them not paying you top dollar at the time. You were happy to get what you can get during the Depression, right? So $4. Right now, these average $25 to $30, if you will, for these Morgan/Peace dollars because of the metal value in them. And there's a little numismatic in there, but we'll just call it a $30 value to make it a nice number for easy numbers to work with here. Hey, Jeff Tooley Tiger Thomas, welcome in. So check it out. This is what you got paid as a Hoover Dam employee right here. Has that changed much today? So let's take a look at that for an 8-hour shift. These are, let's call them $30 a pop on value right now. That's times 4. That's what, 30 times 4, that's going to be $120 to work an 8-hour shift. So 8 divided by 120, what is that, like $15 an hour? So if you were making $15 an hour today as a construction worker, you wouldn't be doing great, but I have heard of it. So it is a possibility. But to let you know, that's still today considered a fair wage. Has the dollar changed? Yes. Has the metal changed? No. But at the same time, it is a suppressed metal to where these probably ought to be closer to $60 an hour, which or $60 a coin and not $30 a coin, which if that was the case, you'd be making $240 a day and you'd be making $30 an hour. That's extremely a fair living wage today. If you're making $30 an hour, I mean, that's doable. You can make things work. So depending on your finances, on your financial applications, that could be a little tighter, but at the same time, that's doable. I mean, that's a survivable wage. So that being said, that's as far back as the timeline I can think of. I haven't thought about railroad workers and all that stuff, which they might have got paid $1 a day back in the day. But yeah, if we're going back to Hoover Dam times, almost 100 years ago, to 1933, these guys were making 50 cents an hour, which was considered good money at the time. And that comes out to 8-hour shift, $4 a day. And surprisingly, actually looking at all these dollars were there at that time. Let's look at this. Look at the dates. We got a 1923. Yeah, that was there in 1923. I think that's the newest one too. 1922 peace dollar. We got some oldies but goodies. 1989. And you got what is that? 1896. So yeah, these absolutely would have been around during the Great Depression. These coins survived the Great Depression, just like a lot of our ancestors did. Pretty interesting fact. So I want to go back and touch on a video on that. Are wages keeping up? So if you were gonna get paid today, what's a fair day's wage? An hour, there it is right there. You just got paid. Just an interesting thing. Silver sewing machine in the house. Welcome in. Good to see you. By the way, if you guys haven't already, you double tap the screen there or go to those three dots on the upper right hand corner and hit the like for me. That helps out a lot. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're just in here BSing, and yeah, I get the irony of the broke stacker is not lost on to me. BSing over here, broke stackering. Gotta wet your whistle every once in a while. I had big plans this weekend. I was going to do the auction on Sunday. I had to push it back another week because I have to work tomorrow. Yay! But it is what it is. I would prefer to be able to work a couple extra days right before the holidays. And I don't know about you guys, but we're probably going to miss a little bit of time at work. So it's probably a good thing to get a little extra work here and there, everywhere you can. So I had big plans. I was actually planning on hammering out another copper bracelet. I have a few orders I have to fill right now. I just have them. I had a grand total of maybe 5 conscious hours today because I work nights. It's kind of weird. And then I wake up to a text slash phone call. Hey, you want to work 12 hours tomorrow? Like, sure, sure, yeah, let's go. It's fine. But yeah, the man, I am just so floored and excited to do the auction coming up, not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow. This is going to be the year-end auction of my copper pieces. I don't have many pieces. Everything you see right here is all that's going on there. Not these 5 items in the back. Those are mine. You can't have them. Sorry. But yeah, the key feature items are going to be these prototype pieces I just poured. Um, Shucks, was that a month ago now? I can't tell you. I'm gonna stamp these out, Broke Stacker 2024, and that's all that's gonna be on there. Maybe the weight. I might do the weight. This thing was freaking heavy. It's like what, 6.5 ounces or something like that of pure copper. This is another one that's gonna be featured on there. These are prototypes. I'm just gonna leave them raw, just the way they are, so you can see part of the process of, especially where they are now versus where they're going. It's gonna be pretty this one I thought was pretty rad in itself because the hues of pink that came out with the copper. These are all 99.99% copper. I had them all the materials that I pour. I had them tested with an XRF gun. So if you don't know what that is, it's basically a $40,000 X-ray machine in your hand that you can test and see what the metal content of your whatever you're pointing it at is. Those are going to be the 3 items. But yeah, again, this one is really interesting on the color it came out. It's almost like black chrome, but for copper. Really cool. I didn't patina these at all. These came out just the way they are. I haven't touched them at all. Not even a stamp yet. When you come up on Silver Pour Sunday, not this Sunday there, and not the next Sunday, there's Silver Sewing Machine. I wouldn't mind doing it though. That does sound like an exciting time. I've been thinking about branching out and maybe doing a couple auctions here and there. Not because, I'm trying to liquidate my stack by any means. No, I'm good there. I'll just give everybody another opportunity to own some very unique pieces here. I've only done one official auction before this upcoming one, and I just don't do them that often. It'd be kind of cool. Interesting color, I know, right? They're so cool. This one's a chunky monkey little Aztec round. These are coming up here soon. Oh, okay. Then my camera went that thing. If you guys have that issue with your camera, just put your hand behind it. And sometimes when the background's a little busy, the camera has trouble focusing in on it. But yeah, these are pretty cool. I really adore how the ripples come out on the back of my copper pours, especially the colder it gets. It seems the more pronounced these little ripples get. Pretty cool. Every, whoops, there it goes. Every hand poured piece of anything is incredibly unique, whether it be copper, pewter, doesn't matter. It's not machine stamped cookie cutter stuff. OC Stacker in the house. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. So keep that in mind when you see any kind of hand poured anything. They're incredibly unique. And who knows, I might be the next Picasso, or Tuli Tuli might be the next Picasso, and Tiger, all those guys. And yeah, pick up a piece, man. Like they're never going to be any cheaper than they are now. As time goes on, as we all know with these coins and everything else, they only go up in value over time, especially the metal content. Am I right? I mean, I did the math. I was looking back at charts. 2000, 2001 or so, silver was at $5 an ounce. What's it at right now? Like $31 an ounce? I have no idea. Don't quote me on that. But it's pretty close to that. We'll call it $30 an ounce right now. Pretty cool. It's at least, Silver Selling Machine says, it's at least to introduce yourself to people in chat and let them know what you do. That's a really good point there, Silver Selling Machine. Yeah, I want to do more. I'm so busy. I'm working 50, 60 hours a week, and it's hard to fit anything else in there. Especially when you got property, basically a mini ranch, and you got to take care of all that on top of it. And there's so much to do all the time. So it to be able to fit any free time in to continue the art and improve my craft here, it can be intensive on the amount of time that I dedicate towards it. So any and all time I have in the world, the little extra little bit, I'm not going to go sit on the couch and stare at my phone. I'm doing stuff, you know. That's usually what the thing is. I'm a doer. I'm a problem solver. I'm a fixer. I like to make stuff and make cool stuff. It's just kind of who I am. I'm gonna wet my whistle real quick. One moment. But yes, to answer your question, there's Silver Sewing Machine. Let's set something up. It'll probably be not this Sunday, obviously, not next Sunday, but something after that. I would be more than delighted to come onto your what was it? What did you name it by name there? It is the Sunday. The Where did it go? I saw it on the tax there. The Silver Pour Sunday. Yeah, Silver Sewing Machine does lots of auctions. If you guys haven't seen her, go ahead and feel free to put your link in there, Silver Sewing Machine, in the live chat so people can find you. Maybe give you a subscription so they can find you later. That's like the easiest way for me to go back and check out people's materials. Unfortunately, YouTube only lets you do up to 150 subscriptions. I know I'm getting close. I'm pretty sure I'm there. So every time I put something on there, something else falls out. It's like, ah. So if you guys see me not subscribed to you, let me know. I'm not trying to unsubscribe you. It's just, that's just the algorithm and how YouTube works right now. Everybody on Earth only gets 150 YouTube subscriptions per account, and I only have the one account, so there it is. Kane's Coins, good day, sir. Good to see you. Welcome in. Yeah, so keep an eye out on. I had to change the date on the live stream. Please hit the notification bell if you haven't already. That'll help out to see some upcoming stuff. I don't get on here very often, but when I do, I try to make it memorable. So again, I will be trying to do a updated video going more in depth with some like actual charts instead of just me writing stuff down on paper. That would be lovely. Our silver is our wages keeping up with spot prices silver across the board? Because I don't know if you guys saw the data for that video. What was it? You could get roughly 4,400 ounces a year if you got paid in silver on average household income back in 2000, but now we're down to 2,700 ounces. What is that? That's at least a 25% reduction in wages across the board. They're saying, oh yeah, your wages are going up. You're making 86,000, but are you really making more? You're not really taking home more, are you? So again, I want to go more in depth on that video, that topic, and re-refine the idea and bring it with you guys with some definitive numbers. It's really hard to do that with the Census Bureau data, especially right now. It's not completed for 2024, and I was trying to do it for a 40-year chart, but I did what I could. Spokane Silver in the house. What is going on, bud? Good to see you. Yeah, so that look out for that. I'll probably have to put a lot of work into that video, especially with the charts and all that. And I will make sure I get you guys the most correct data I can find. But yeah, the whole concept of if you got paid in silver slash gold today versus US dollars, are your wages versus, 40 years ago, are your wages really keeping up? It's a very interesting notion. I don't consider gold and silver going up in price. I consider them the flat line, the plateau across the board. So the value, yes, of the US dollar has most notably, especially recently, gone down and gone down a significant percentage annually. So man, it's just to show you, it is a thing. It is a thing to look out for. Are your wages are and here's the other thing. Let's go back and look at the data too. Are if you were to get paid solely in silver today, or even half of your wages in silver, at the end of the day, are you actually winning? Because the fluctuations, they call it the devil's metal for a reason. It would suck to have like, oh yeah, I got 1,000 ounces of silver stacked up right now, and it's worth $30 an ounce. But what if it goes down to $20 an ounce tomorrow? That's a 33% reduction in your total savings. That can just, ow, that hurts because I'm not buying anything for a while. But it's okay. We're stackers. We stack for the long run because you look at a long term chart, excuse me, it only goes up with time. So on that note, guys, I'm kind of rambling here. I just wanted to let you know I'm not forgetting about you guys, and I do want to do all this stuff, but I gotta go to work tomorrow. It is what it is. So we're gonna leave off with that today. Keep an eye out for future videos coming in the future. More projects doing this. 2025, I have big plans to do some Delft clay pours, doing some chess pieces. I'm gonna do an entire chessboard of copper. And then if that goes well, maybe I'll do one of copper on one side, silver on the other. That'll be pretty epic. And I'm not going to just pick the most basic of chess pieces to pour. I'm going to try to find something really cool and exciting. And I might even 3D print some very unique pieces. So it's a one of a kind item. Well, guys, on that note, I'm going to leave you to your thoughts, and please keep thinking, keep stacking. Until next time, guys, keep stacking, stack 'em high.